Welcome back to Anime Tribe. Today I'm debuting the first episode of my new series, Why Women Love. And I just want to give you a bit of background as to the inspiration for this new series. You know, in the anime community, there's actually a stigma and a stereotype that's perpetuated, and it's often toward the anime kings, and it basically alludes to the opinion that none of the anime community are incapable of attracting a woman or just have no game in general. So this is the stigma that's actually inspired the Why Women Love series, because what I want us to do is to gradually and completely debunk these claims. I want this series to be the first step towards doing this. We're going to be looking at some of the most popular anime characters, especially amongst women, and dissecting the traits and qualities that makes them so appealing and attractive to women. It is my wish for you that you are able to gradually learn from these characters and extrapolate or implement some of their qualities into your life as part of your self-growth and development. So hopefully one day we'll be able to completely eradicate this stereotype. So without further ado, I would like to premiere the first video of this series, which is titled Why Women Love Itachi Uchiha, a character beloved by millions of women with his own personal harem. Disclaimer: this series will focus on qualities that many women find attractive in men. However, many is not equal to all. Individualism is still another factor that you have to take into consideration. In other words, this is not a foolproof guide, I beg. Know that all women are different and don't be a mosshead. Thank you very much. Okay, let's begin. Of course, when we think of this character, there are millions of reasons that come into mind to explain why women love Itachi and why women find Itachi Uchiha so attractive. But obviously, for the purpose of time, we're going to just focus on just 10 key traits and qualities which Itachi possesses that makes him irresistibly attractive. Let's go. Number 1. Itachi's altruism and selflessness. Itachi is actually remembered as one of the most selfless characters, if not the most selfless character in the Narutoverse. If you were paying attention to the story, you will know that the reason Itachi did what he did was because he was trying to prevent a world war. If the Uchiha clan had succeeded in throwing a coup, this would have resulted in a world war that would have killed millions of people. So you can say that Itachi is a very altruistic and selfless person because he chose to protect world peace over members of his own clan. The way Itachi behaved is in line with the theory of utilitarianism. Paraphrased, the theory is basically alluding to the fact that the best decision to make in every situation is the decision that will benefit the greatest number of people. In this way, women can find it easier to be attracted to Itachi because he can be seen as someone who is selfless and willing to give up things or compromise himself to others. Itachi can be seen as selfless because of the way he manipulated the situation to make himself the villain and Sasuke the hero. In essence, he was compromising himself and his reputation for the sake of Sasuke and his clan. What this man did is, he made himself the villain to his clan and set up Sasuke as the hero of the clan that would take down the terrible villain and bring justice to the Uchiha clan, ultimately vindicating their name and legacy and allowing the Uchiha clan to retain any good reputation that they had left. Danzo described Itachi as a man who took on all the pain and suffering and hate of the world on his shoulders. In other words, due to Itachi's actions, the Uchiha clan will not be remembered in the Narutoverse as a treacherous clan that tried to overthrow the Hidden Leaf, but as a clan that was mistreated and fell under the misfortune of a corrupt member. This selfless act also enabled the Hidden Leaf village to look faultless in the public eye when it came to dealings with the Uchiha clan, because the Hidden Leaf village never actually harmed a member of the Uchiha clan. However, it still remains a fact that the Uchiha clan were greatly discriminated in the Hidden Leaf village. Now, the events that happened in the Hidden Leaf village with regards to the Uchiha and the Senju clan parallels the tribalism that is actually seen in Nigeria today. Selflessness is a trait that studies have shown many women to look for in potential partners, and it is a trait flagged up as attractive to a woman seeking out a partner. For this reason, women are more likely to go for selfless men because they are perceived as more suitable or lenient when it comes to everyday life. So, how can you yourself extrapolate this quality into your personal life? Well, I'm not going to ask you to kill your whole tribe for the purpose of world peace. That's a bit extreme. But I think the way we can emulate selflessness more in our life is by thinking more about others and taking on a more utilitarian approach to life. Essentially, trying to do things that will benefit the people that you love and also yourself. And this applies to men and women alike. Number 2, good level of self-confidence. Itachi was a man that had a good, healthy amount of self-confidence, self-assurance, and a balanced self-perception. He was also very humble, and you could tell that he was self-confident by his demeanor and the way he carried himself. For example, in all the fights featuring Itachi in the Naruto verse, with the exception of the fight with Sasuke, Itachi was barely ever showing excessive emotion or panic in fights. He was always very cool and reserved, and this actually reflects a great level of self-assurance and confidence. When somebody is self-confident, knows who they are as a person, and is confident with who they are as a person, they are not easily swayed by negative situations or negative perceptions of who they are, regardless of what happens. They have the confidence within themselves to know that they can deal with the situation, whether the situation requires strength or mental resilience. I think it's no secret to most of us that women are often attracted to men who have a good level of self-confidence. Self-confidence promotes security, and a lot of women are looking for men that can give them security. So, to increase your self-confidence as a person, what I would say is that self-confidence often comes from knowing oneself and being comfortable with oneself. This includes accepting all your strengths and weaknesses as a person. Therefore, in order to grow in self-confidence, it is necessary to do some self-growth and development, practice self-love, and learn more about yourself as a person. The more you learn about yourself as a person, the more amazing you realize you are, and the more self-confident you'll become. Number 3, strength. If you walk up to any Naruto fan today and ask them to give you their top 10 strongest characters in the Naruto verse, I have no doubt that Mr. Itachi Uchiha will appear consistently in everyone's rankings. Itachi was one of the strongest characters in the Naruto verse, undoubtedly. If it wasn't for his fighting style, then it was his jutsu. If it wasn't for his jutsu, then it was his strategy. On all levels, Itachi was a phenomenal fighter in the Naruto verse, and he did not have any weaknesses when it came to combat. This is why he was even in the Akatsuki, the most notorious antagonist group in the Naruto verse. Guys, women love strong men. This is a fact known since the beginning of time. The strongest man usually gets the most women, survival of the fittest and all that. There are various scientific studies online which explain why women love strong men so much. I think it all goes back to this idea of security. A stronger man is more capable of protecting his woman and by extension his children. This trait is very desirable as a lot of women are often less physically capable in comparison to men. So it's nice to have a partner that can account for the more physical aspects of life. You may be wondering, is this girl trying to tell me to go and hit the gym? Maybe I am. But it's no secret that a lot of women like fit and physically capable men. The most common way for a man to gain strength usually is just to go to the gym and start lifting weights, start taking your fitness and general health more seriously. However, I think it's important to mention that there are different forms of strength. For example, mental strength is also equally as important. A man who has a strong mind is incredibly attractive to me personally as a woman. I believe Itachi had a strong mind because it takes a strong mind to do the things he did and carry out his mission to the end. Number 4, intelligence and wisdom. Naruto fans know that Itachi was hailed as a genius and a child prodigy. The guy graduated from the academy when he was only 7. As a woman, I was personally attracted to Itachi's wisdom. I feel like you can be very intelligent in life according to worldly parameters and academia, but you can still be very, very dumb. This is why I was very attracted to Itachi's wisdom. For me, I perceive wisdom as something that comes directly from God, whilst intelligence is something that is more genetic or you just assimilate on your own as you grow. A lot of men and women alike are sapiosexuals or attracted to intelligence. There's just something that's irresistibly attractive about being able to have an intelligent and stimulating conversation with somebody, especially someone that you're physically attracted to. I actually want to take this opportunity to share my favorite quotes from Itachi Uchiha. This first one I'm going to share is actually the quote that made me fall in love completely with this man. People live their lives bound by what they accept as correct and true. That's how they define reality. But what does it mean to be correct or true? Merely vague concepts. Their reality may all be a mirage. Knowledge and awareness are vague and perhaps better called illusions. Everyone lives within their own subjective interpretation. We can consider them to be simply living in their own world shaped by their beliefs. This man, marry me. Marry me right now or I'm dying.
Marry me right now, or I'm dying. I say marry me right now. Call me and say me, I love you. Marry me right now or I'm dying. I say marry me right now or I'm dying. Marry me right now or I'm dying. Marry me right now or I'm dying.
Believe me, if I could pay for Itachi's groom price right now, I would do it. Other Itachi quotes that I love are, if you want to know who you are, you have to look at your real self and acknowledge what you see. It is not wise to judge others based on your own preconceptions and by their appearance. Those who cannot acknowledge themselves will eventually fail. I honestly feel like these quotes give us just a small glimpse into how wise Itachi Uchiha really was, and by extension, Kishimoto, the mangaka of Naruto. So to emulate greater intelligence or an open mind in your personal life, well, put simply, go and read a book, preferably an encyclopedia. I'm joking. Obviously, it's not going to be that simple. That's simply an oversimplification of life. I believe that intelligence and wisdom comes with experience and self-growth. Keep trying to have an open mind, question the world and question yourself as well. Question your perceptions and why you have those particular perceptions. And if the way you're looking at a specific problem or situation is really the best way or angle. If you keep questioning yourself like this and keep pushing yourself to be a better person every day, I have no doubt that your mind is going to blossom and you will become a very intelligent and wise person. Number 5. Itachi was the villain or the bad guy. Now, if you did not see this one coming, don't even bother watching the rest of the video. You are outside my scope. I cannot reach you because you just know nothing about women. Because if you know women even a little bit, you will know that we have a stereotype amongst us that we like the bad guys, we like the bad boys. And to be honest, there's some truth to that. A lot of women like bad boys. I don't know, there's just a thrill to being with a bad guy, especially a guy who is badass and, you know, he's still kind and gentle with you. It's very attractive. A lot of women are often attracted to villains. That's why a lot of women are attracted to men who have gone to jail. Not me though. I wouldn't hold it against anyone who's gone to jail, but I wouldn't go out of my way to date a man just because he's been to jail. So, to be more of a villain, a menace, or a bad boy in real life, listen, I'm not endorsing anything, no. I don't want to be responsible for anything that comes as a result of this video. I hope you're hearing. It's not everything that I mentioned in this video that you have to do. Pick the ones that you can do and not the ones that you cannot do. Know your limitations and know your capacity. I don't want to be involved in any drama, I beg. Are you hearing? I don't want to hear Pim. Thank you very much. Number 6 is gonna surprise a lot of people because it even surprised me myself. Number 6 is wearing red. According to the Journal of Experimental Psychology, red is the most attractive color to a woman. Allegedly. They basically did a study that compares a man wearing a red shirt to a man wearing any other colored shirt. And each time they found that the man with the red shirt was always seen as more attractive. Me personally, as a woman, I've never noticed it on a man, but again, I've never paid attention to it. And like I say, individualism plays a role in this. My favorite color is actually purple, so I might find a man wearing purple a lot more attractive. So I don't personally know if I would 100% believe that. But when I was doing my research, this just kept coming up and I just thought it was so hilarious. So I said I must include it in the video. So you've heard it here first though. Go and start buying red outfits, red sneakers, red tops, red bottoms. You know what I'm saying? Get your drip game up. Make sure half the clothes in your wardrobe are red. And you'll see you start getting an influx of female attention, allegedly, according to scientific studies. Number 7, special or unique. Itachi Uchiha was very unique because he could do things that a lot of people could not do. This is obvious when you just look at the way he used his jutsu. He had an unrivaled mastery of genjutsu. Itachi was a genjutsu prodigy, and this made him very special because it was like a super rare talent. At the end of Naruto, most Naruto fans had already come to love and respect Itachi not only for his ideals but also for his strength and mastery of genjutsu. Now this is attractive because a lot of women want to feel like their partner is special, not only to them but to other people. This is why a lot of women will go for men who are not just respected in their jobs but also in society or have respectable families. You're also more likely to come from a higher social background if your family are respected. It also explains why a lot of women are attracted to alpha males because alpha males are more likely to be respected, which promotes the perception that they are unique or special. It's this perception of uniqueness or specialness that also makes it harder to date a celebrity because other women also have that perception that the man is special or of higher caliber due to money or fame. They are more likely to chase that man because they can see that people respect him for his money and fame. How can you make yourself or others feel like you are more unique or special? I would say for uniqueness, self-development is important and knowing who you are as a person. However, this whole special thing is very subjective. Each person is going to have their own parameters for what makes a person special. One man's trash is another man's diamond. So my advice would be to not focus too much on being special to other people because that's long, but focus more on being special to yourself. Another angle you can take from this is that you need to be rich and a famous celebrity, which also has its own pitfalls when it comes to women, but good luck regardless, sha. Number 8. Itachi was a hero. When you look at Itachi's life, you can actually see that he's basically the unsung hero of the story, or as they like to call him, the Hokage behind the scenes. Now, it is only at this point where I will admit that, yes, women can be a little bit confusing because we love a good villain, but we also love a hero. I'm sorry. I believe the reason for this all ties back to the whole respect and admiration thing. A hero is easier for a woman to admire. Being praised and respected by society is easier for a woman to admire, and it all adds to that safe social bubble perception. When a woman perceives you as the man or that guy, it makes you a whole lot more attractive. Scientific studies also show that women are more attracted to men that take risks or have more risky hobbies like diving. And I would guess that people like this are more likely to be heroes, I don't know. So I'm not saying that you need to start taking on board more risky hobbies or that you need to find a way to become a hero. I think just try and emulate the qualities of a hero and you should be fine. You don't need to be a literal hero to the masses. But then again, it all depends on the type of woman you're trying to go for. Number 9. Self-control. Itachi lived the life of a shinobi. Danzo called him the ultimate shinobi. This was because Itachi was someone who had great self-control and discipline, sprinkled with a lot of patience. To live the difficult life that Itachi lived, you need to have a lot of resolve and discipline. Discipline and self-control are incredibly attractive because it shows that a man is dependable and knows how to navigate through difficult situations, which would make him a more suitable candidate to settle down with. To improve your self-control and discipline, my advice would be practice makes perfect. Self-control can be cultivated in a number of ways. I once had a chocolate addiction, and every time I was stressed, I would go and buy a chocolate bar. However, self-control and discipline has helped me buy less chocolate whenever I feel stressed. I'm less likely to go and buy a chocolate bar. Another example of how you can cultivate discipline is by creating a workout routine and sticking to it. It takes discipline to plan something and see it through to the end. For the last quality Itachi possesses, I would like to go all the way back to Itachi's childhood. Number 10. Pacifism and gentleness. Itachi is a pacifist at heart. The reason he went to the lengths that he did was because of his dedication to have as little conflict as possible, especially after experiencing the Great Ninja War. As part of his pacifist nature, he was also very gentle, and this can be seen with his interactions with Sasuke when they were both younger. He even went easy on Kakashi during their fight because he never intended to kill him. Gentleness and pacifism is a trait that is attractive to a lot of women because it promotes peace and makes a man more approachable. It is easier to be yourself with someone who is gentle and speak your mind and get to know them. In order to practice gentleness or pacifism, it's important to think about our tempers and how easy it is to get us angry. When I'm referring to gentleness, I don't only mean physical gentleness, but also being gentle with people's emotions and being gentle in your words. It's actually rare to find this particular trait in men, but I believe that it's an incredibly amazing quality for a man to have. I hope you've enjoyed the first episode of the Why Women Love series, where I break down why women love some of your favorite anime characters. I hope you've learned something, and I hope you're looking forward to the next video of the Why Women Love series. Please support AnimeeTribee by liking this video. Liking the video will make YouTube promote the video more to new audiences and will ultimately help the channel grow. Please subscribe to the channel so that you can get AnimeeTribee recommendations on your homepage, and hit the notification bell so that you don't miss a thing. Feel free to comment and let me know if you agree or disagree with my points, and please continue to support AnimeeTribee on all platforms, which includes Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Thank you very much for listening. I'll catch you next week. Okay, thank you, bye!